Well, it all started when Stan was a little boy, and his father left them.
Is it my fault?
Stan, look at me. Kind of.
Don't worry, Mama. I'll take care of you.
I know you will. That's my little man, Stan.
So from that moment on, Betty relied on Stan for everything.
After my father left us, my mother was devastated. I was all she had, and I did everything I could to keep her happy. But then she started dating again, and I knew these men would just break her heart like my father did. So I did what any rational, loving son would do. When they took her out, I took them out.
Are you and your dad close?
Daddy, will you read to me?
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, sure. Daddy, will you teach me how to ride this bike?
I'm in a meeting.
I've kept this stupid bike all these years. Now it's a neglected, rusty mess, just like my relationship with my dad. This bike is a perfect metaphor. The streamers are my tears.
Come on, Stan.
Little did I know she was taking me to the happiest place on earth.
Hey, little guy. I heard your dad walked out on you because he didn't love you enough to stay. But I know what'll make you feel better.
At that moment, I was 100% sure I was going to be molested. But it was even better.
Forget about the menu. Tonight you can have whatever you want.
Can I have a licorice burrito?
Now you're talking!
That was a magical night. I had chocolate-covered hot dogs. I had cherry pie pizza. I had the third worst diarrhea of my young life. We closed the place down that night. It was the best dinner ever.
Come back anytime! I'll always be here for you, Stan!
So you weren't molested?
No, that wasn't until 4 or 5 years later. It was my first week at Christian camp. But I'm not ready to talk about Father Roy. Boy, he had a set of paws on him. What a summer. Oh, you want me to confront Father Roy about what happened at camp? Thing is, I'm not sure it was entirely his fault. I may have deserved it. In fact, I may have instigated it. Actually, Francine, I seduced him. I don't know why I wanted him, but I wanted him. There was no actual...
Stan!
After my dad left, my mother had to raise me all on her own. Without a dad to guide me, she was afraid I'd turn out too girly, so she had very strict rules about what boys could play with.
Ah! Ah!
I thought I told you to throw out that stupid doll.
But she's my best friend!
Look at my foot. It has been put down.
Ah! I was just a little kid. The father-son picnic, and as usual, my dad, Jack, was the only one who didn't show up. I felt so alone. But then I wasn't. After that, I came back every day after school. I know this sounds crazy, but the tree raised me. He taught me how to play catch. He watched me grow. He helped me start my first business. Even gave me my product. Turns out magnolia juice is as poisonous as it is delicious. And no matter what, he kept me safe. His mighty roots connected me to something constant, something I could depend on when so often life is cruel and unreliable. He has been, and always will be, there for me. Please don't kill my tree, Daddy.
Year was 1988. Now, without computers and smartphones, bad fathers watched porn in the living room.
I learned so much in school today. Get this, the sun is a star.
Enough with the questions. Can't you bore that pen pal I set you up with?
They hanged him on Christmas.
Nobody hated being a dad more than Jack Smith.
Are you here to tuck me in?
Get an imaginary friend to tuck you in. It's quaalude time, people!
Stan felt like the loneliest boy in the whole world.
God, will you send me an imaginary friend?
And that's when I fell into Stan's life.
Dad, I did it! I made an imaginary friend! He fell from heaven!
Jack realized his prayers had been answered too. He never had to spend time with his son again. From that day on, he paid me to be Stan's imaginary friend.
Arg! Methinks Captain Blackbeard's treasure be round here somewhere. Yar! I'll watch some TV in case they hide treasure clues in the shows. On which channel be Donahue?
41? 42?
What do you mean you skipped town? What about my money, Jack?
Ready or not, here I come!
I ain't hidden yet. Count to 3,000.
Okay. 51, 52.
Hey, look! They have the recorded memories of every CIA agent.
Let's mess with him. He thinks his childhood was so much better than ours. Let's send him back there.
Wait, this is my childhood home. What's happening? Oh, the boys must have gotten into the control room.
Stan? Stan, is that you?
Daddy?
Hello, son. I love you.
Wait, that's not how Grandpa talks. He says I love you with a cup check.
I'll tell you why. His memories are being put through a nostalgia filter. He's seeing all of this through rose-colored glasses.
Well, let's take this down to 0 and see how things really were.
I remember a time when we didn't need a nostalgia filter. Oh, those were the days.
Get out of here. I'm busy. Go play in your treehouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go play in my treehouse. Treehouse! Oh, yeah, I remember that.
How is he liking this?
Ah, the old hood. Thanks, boys. This is great. There's the factory, the slaughterhouse, and the river of clotted beef blood that came out of it where I used to race paper boats. Ooh, I'm where I discovered my first dead body. Oh, there's my special guy.
There you are. You remember this part, I know. Your balloon dog had just popped, and you were looking for your mommy like a bitch.
Mommy! Mommy, my balloon!
You want the truth, Stan? It's just beyond that door. Push. Push the door open. That's right. Your mother was receiving a clown pound. But what you don't know is that the clown was me!
Ah! When I was a boy, I had a dog named Freddie. He was my best friend. But right after my dad left us, my mom said Freddie was diagnosed with what is now known as air bud disease. She told me the humane thing to do was to put Freddie down.
No! My mom said to. Please accept your fate with dignity.
Turns out Freddie wasn't even sick. They just didn't allow dogs at our new apartment building. And because of that super sad story, I will never have a dog in my home. It's such a sad story that I won't even undercut it with a joke. I'm just gonna let it end sad.
Smith, son! Get a job, dumbass! That's right, son. We're garbage men. Now stop spying on me in my mirrors!
Dad, are you okay?
I'm better than okay. I just had a good memory of my father. A time when he was an honest, hard-working garbage man.
Dad? Maybe we should return the truck and forget all about this garbage stuff. That guy back there gave me an accordion.
What a great memory for you. This is bringing a lot of memories back for me, too. Thank you, Steve. You've helped remind me that there was a good side to my father. So, next up?
Chang's Chop Suey.
Chang's! I loved that place as a kid. I used to play around with the waiters by imitating their thick Chinese accents. Yep, I was a real racist little shit. You guys abandoned me. You kicked me out of your camp.
Oh, Stan, there's no such thing as Globetrotter Camp.
What?
We had just played a show. And as we were leaving, we saw you waiting for your dad. And Usher told us he'd pounded a Sprite, burped the words "time for some strange," and jogged off into the night. We offered to take you home, but you didn't know where you lived.
My dad said it was important I never know our address in case I was ever captured and tortured by people looking for him.
Well, that didn't sound like a great scene to us. So we took you on the road and told you it was camp. And you trotted around the globe with us. On a bus. Up and down I-70. But 4 weeks later, your dad showed up, and we had to give you back. Except you didn't like that idea.
No, I'm staying with you guys.
Well, you can't. Because we don't want you around. Okay? Go on, get out of here! I said, get out of here!
So, you just said that stuff to make me go back to my dad.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done. We all missed you so much. We even tried to adopt you, but 12 black men asking for custody of a young white boy wasn't a slam dunk back then.
Or even now, probably. You don't know how helpful you've been to me, Curly.
Come back anytime, Stan.
That won't be necessary. Guess I can say goodbye to my separation anxiety because the Globetrotters didn't abandon me. My dad did, which is way worse, because that ain't never going away.
Oh, God, not that guy again.